founder and CEO of a US-based company called An Island LLC. We have recently launched a social business networking tool or a website called Aiway, and which can benefit various type of users. And at present we have launched only for individual users or single users, and the sign up is absolutely free. Users at present, they always log on to various different applications or networking sites and to post with their various friends, comments, professionally share their resume and manage their documents, participate in a forum, share photo albums besides business applications. Let me provide some advantages in signing up Aiway. You will be in a position to access various applications under one single logon. Use Aiway for your way to organize. You may select and arrange the required applications on your dashboard. The whole idea is to make the users to connect, compute and collaborate for a simple store and share concept. Upgrade options are available to expand your system in case if you would like to do so. Talking about signing up, there are two options. One is you can go to aiway.me and then you can click the sign up page, and then you will see different fields to fill up the form, and in that you can see on the right hand side you will have all the instructions for each field. Besides that, you have called something a step engine, which we have introduced a new concept in terms of the overall Aiway throughout the applications inside the system. Is something like, let's say you are entering the data in the first field, and then on top of your system it will say step 1, and then it will tell you what exactly you have to do. Let's say the first one, which is Aiway ID. What is Aiway ID? You have normally, whenever you are signing up for any other business or social networking sites, or even signing up for email or something, you have always just an email ID of particular site, and then plus or your user ID or username, and you have to sign up a password and then to get in. This is a different thing where in addition to your username and the password, you also require something called Aiway ID, which is going to be unique for you, whoever signs up, and then that's going to be a unique identification in the system. And then a person, this is because in future all the businesses, small businesses and medium businesses, larger businesses, if they are trying to get their people on board, and then so let's say a company, the company would have their Aiway identification called Aiway ID, and then inside the company just imagine some people working there, and then those people will be called users. So whenever you are setting up your individual account, you can maybe create your last name as your Aiway ID, and then you can create your username as your first name. It depends on whatever the way you want to create, you can create, but that is the distinct difference between the Aiway ID and the username. And for every step you can see there is a very clear instruction and about what exactly you have to do. And the first probably the Aiway ID, the Aiway username, then the email and the email confirmation, the first name and the last name. These are the mandatory fields in the top while filling up the data. The other things are optional, and then you can always skip it if you would like to, but in order to have a better benefit in the system in long run, I would recommend for you to enter all your data. And then of course, if you don't want now, and then you can always go and then change it in the system a later date, or you can even add up all this information later in the system. And of course, after you sign up, you enter all the data, you always please make sure the check agreeing terms and then click the sign up. After sign up, the system, you have to move your browser upside and then see whether the system says the confirmation has been sent. So when you receive the confirmation in your email, make sure mail@anisland.com, that email ID, you add it into your safe list. That's very important. If you don't add it in your safe list, then you will not be in a position to receive all your emails. And what I would recommend is that once you get the email, then in your email, whatever you have signed up, then you go and then confirm it. So when you confirm it, you will see a kind of a clock turning on, and then it will say password has been sent to you. Remember, whenever you are signing up, you are suggesting your Aiway ID, which is unique. You are putting your username, so you should remember these two. Then you are going to get a system generated password after you complete your confirmation of signing up while you receive the system generated information. And after you get the confirmation and you get the password, you make sure you go through the change password while you log on to the system. Let's talk about basic navigation of Aiway. In the Aiway, like any other system, there are sections where you can easily identify what exactly in those sections. The top place where you have the logout and the inbox, the bookmarks, and all those sections, that's called the menu bar, or the top menu bar. So then on the left hand side, you have another slide-in menu bar, which is not at present used, and for personal users it's of no use now, and that's called the menu tree bar. And then you have on the right hand side, which is called Aiway widgets and Aiway settings. So the Aiway widgets are the some of the things like calculator or stock exchange information or games and things which we are going to improve in future, or we are going to introduce those things in future. Then the settings are like doing your personal settings and changing the color, the font, and changing your profile and that kind of stuff. It's in the setting area. On the top menu bar, you have the first and foremost on the left hand side foremost corner, that's log out. Always whenever you complete your operations in the system, you make sure that you log out and then check out of the screen, and then to make sure your browsers are closed. The second one is visiting partner. It's something like you are visiting another person, your partner meaning your friend or someone who is connected with you, or the company which is connected with you, to go and then do some work there based on the authorization you would receive in that section. Let's talk about it later. And then there is another thing called inbox. Inbox is that any notification, whatever you receive from Aiway through your any connections, or let us say accepting bridge requests, or let's talk about any other things like your page, wall page, if any comments has been posted, or if someone shared some kind of a link, and any kind of information which the notification comes through that, and then including any new apps, if it has been released, you will get a notification through the inbox. So you have the option of, whenever you log onto the system is going to pop up the inbox notification. You have the option of saying remind me later, or you can always just go through that thing and then say accept and then go inside the inbox and then go through the process. And then you can always remember there is an icon on top of the menu bar called home. You make sure wherever you get lost, just go there and then click home to come back to your original dashboard or the main screen of Aiway. And then there is something called bookmarks. Bookmarks, it's always, if you want to save your favorites in your computer or your laptop or your desktop, always it's a difficult thing that suddenly your system crashes, or maybe you went to your another place like your friend's place or something, or library, or any other place where you would like to access that, but it's always a difficult thing because you have stored all your favorites in different place. And you also find some nice URL which you would like to share in a quick and simple manner, and then you can always send an email, but it's this one is much more a clear, orderly manner. That's why I say it's the better way to organize, is that you can create categories and then create and add all those links and categorize the bookmarks, and then you can arrange it in such a way you can store, and then you can name it, and then you can share it with your friends. And let's talk about help. The help on the top menu bar, which has got various features, which is you get the getting started. Like whenever you get into the system first time, if you would like to know more about it, you go to help on the top menu bar and then click getting started, and then you can see all information about how to navigate the system. And then the next one you have in that in the help menu bar, you have FAQ, which is frequently asked questions. Let's say a particular app which you would like to know, you can always say how to use contact app or something. Then the system will throw you all kinds of possible combinations at the bottom, the questions or the answers for that. So you can go and then navigate, you can study all this information, and then that'll make it more clear for you to understand. And on top of it, you have something called admin functions, and then there is something called app search, and then there is something called issue. If you have any issue, you can always submit a ticket through that issue system. And then you also have something called idea. If you have any new idea you would like to, you think that that would help in long run, you can always share your idea in the system, so that we can improve to give you a better system. So these are the different segments in the help on top of the menu bar. The what's new is another app where you can always see if any kind of new applications, if it comes, it'll always come over there, and then you can see what exactly it does. And then in that what's new app, you can see the instructions and then the navigation of the new app, and then what are the features and that kind of stuff. So if you look at the app and then you think it's nice, then what you can always do is there is something called pin it to the dashboard. You just click that and then it goes to your dashboard. And then in the dashboard, you can always rearrange every app which is available. You can even delete an app and then you can get it back later if you'd like to add it. So it's very easy for you to rearrange your dashboard. The only thing is you have to just, if any app you want to drag it to the top or the right or the left or any side, you just hold your mouse and then just drag it, and then the whole app can move any side and then it'll rearrange itself. And then let's talk about the various applications in the system which we are going to offer in the beginning. Before doing anything, whenever you get onto the system, once you understand the basic navigation, like getting started and that kind of stuff, the first and foremost thing what I would expect you to do is making your profile settings. And the profile settings are there on the right hand most corner of your browser, and then you have the right hand most side, the settings, where the personal settings are there. And for each app, if let's say wall or bioscope or you know, these kind of specific apps like community forums or private forums, which are the apps which is connect with people, you have the option of setting your profile you know, settings. So wherever you go, the same profile settings will follow. So let's say you are in the wall app, then the wall app profile setting would expand and then it will show, and that's the main thing there. But you can always, you know, after setting it up, you can hide it, and then you can update the other app settings, and then you can update it. So you have to click update to save it. So let's talk about some of the you know, apps which is available. Let's talk about notes, which is sticky, or you know, you call notes or sticky or anything, which is the first app. Let's say you have a post-it note or something, you always share it with people, or you put it on your desktop, and then you know, you just put it on your wall or your little you know, blackboard or anything. So this, in this case, the simple thing is, it's very simple, where you will see like a post-it note sticker, and then where you can go and then update. You can type a description, you can post some little notes, and then you can change the color of the sticky note, and then after you add those things, you can submit to different people. Let's say you have people connected with you, so you can share to one or many friends, or you can do a select share of those particular sticky note, and then that sticky note will also be in your system. So anytime you want to refer something, that's always stored there, and then you can access anywhere, anytime in the world, as long as you have the internet and the laptop or you know, computer. So that is one of the app. And then of course the main thing is, before even you move to any other app, I would say after doing the profile setting, you go to the bridge. The bridge is nothing but connecting people. Just imagine, without a bridge between two rivers, between two, across the different shores, people cannot connect. So it's something like that. It's a simple thing that people, they have to connect themselves to you know, communicate with each and every individual. So you go through the bridge. In the bridge you have, like let's say you don't know whether your friend is there in the Aiway system. You can always search by their email ID or their last name, or first name and last name, or their by email ID, which you may know, and then you can search, and then you can make a request to them to connect to your system. So you can always, you know, make a request, and your friend can either accept the request or just ignore it. You know, it all depends on how you have the friendship with them. So it depends on how you can you know, get it done. So then let's say there are, once you say you send a request, and then you know, your friend will send you know, he will get it notified, and then he can have communication. Of course at present we have the texting facility available only in the US, and then we are working on to get it into the other countries and stuff. So you know, either the person would get email and text, text and the notification on their inbox based on the setting. So that's very key. So once the person accepts it, then he can get his you know, communication back to you, stating that he has accepted the system. So that's the bridge. So once you start connecting with people, then you can have you can go through various other applications. And you know, in terms of wall, you know, which is another application, the wall is nothing but where you can comment and you can post, you can share your views with friends. Plus you can also create your own photo albums and stuff, and then you can share with people. The bioscope is nothing but your own resume or biodata. You can store, and then you can share, and then you can get recommendations from people, not only in the system of Aiway. If they are out of Aiway, you can always get from them too. So that's the unique thing in this one. And then the contacts are like, you have all kinds of contacts from friends, families, and different people. You can have the contacts stored in the system, and you can also share it to your friends and other people. And then, you know, once you share that contact, the advantages that, you know, you can have by a particular contact type, and then a subgroup, group, and all for the contact. And then the major thing is, let's say you have the contact of your contact or your brother's contact you stored in it, the system, and then you are sharing that information with your friends. And then the friends, they don't have to come and then ask you every time, you know, if he has changed any system, any telephones or house address or anything. You know, whenever you update, as long as they have kept that in the shared mode, you'll be in a position to, they will be in a position to use that information which is automatically updated based on your update. So we will talk about each and every applications later in a separate application segment. And then of course the folders, which is like content management or document management you call it. It's a mini document management system, which is we are giving it to the people in general public for you know, free in this whole system. Then the private forum is nothing but, you know, if you have a section of people, you're working on some research or some kind of discussions, and then you can have, along with your friends, a group people, you can have your group discussions, you can have your group polling, and then, you know, all kinds of things. You can create a thread and then you can discuss, and that's private forum. The community forum is mainly for, let's say you live in one particular city, then the community forum will work for the default. By default, it comes to the city in which you live. And then that's one of the important things. While you are signing up, it's better to put your community, and then by default, the system will set it up for you for that community. The important thing is, in Aiway, more people join and then more people communicate, it's going to be more beneficial because it's completely an integrated system. And then in the community forum, you have a lot of classifieds and community classifieds. You can post it free, and then you can say yard sale, garage sale, and you know, all kinds of communications. You can make it in the system. And in terms of the alert, the other app, which is something like, you know, you can make some alert based on the alert type. Let's say you can just call or invite or any kind of you know, alert you want to make, or communication or a notification you would like to send it to a group of people. You will be in a position to use the alert system. With that you can do communication with your friends. And then there is another one called community classified, where you can see if anything in your community, if anything is on sale, it's not the company manufactured or the mall or anything. It's individuals or, you know, people who would like to you know, sell their little things or that kind of stuff. Those things will be appearing. So you can not only see the community classifieds of your place, which is going to be your default site, and then you can always switch to different cities or different neighborhood towns, and then you can go and then see if anybody is selling something else, so that you maybe of any use to you. Aiway for Friend, that's another little app which is just to help you in case if your friend or somebody visiting you and then they would like to join Aiway, and then the best thing is to just go through their information along with you and then just create the ID for them on behalf of you, and then you can create the system for them and then you can give it to them. So that makes it more quicker and easier, so that way you can communicate with your friends and families or anybody with much more ease. The Invite Other app is a simple thing. It's mainly in case if people if you go and then tell them to go and then sign up on Aiway.me, and then it's going to be a little difficult for them because you have to explain the whole about the system and that kind of stuff. So what we have done is we have created a standard template email notification with an invitation which contains all kinds of information about Aiway and then in a brief manner. So what you can do is you can just click that invite app, and then that invite others app that will send a notification to yourself, your default email, and then with that email, please do not send that one like a forward message, because people, whenever they see the forward message in the subject line, they think it's a spam. So please personalize your email when you are sending this invitation, and then explain your friend or friends to say that, okay, this is good, and then this way we can communicate, and then it has got a lot of advantages and all. So that will benefit you and your friends, and including us. And in each app you can see there is a lifesaver circle on the header bar, or even on the app you can see there is a lifesaver kind of a circle, and that is the help document. So each app has got help document which you can use it, and then you'll be in a position to understand it better. There are some examples, and that'll help you to use the system more effectively. And then let's talk about the app. Let's say you are tired of the standard icons, whatever it's provided for each app. You have the option of even putting your own picture, and you have the option of putting your own description. Let's say instead of wall, you can call it something else. So in the app you can see, if you just mouse over the app, you can see on the top, you can see the help, and then you can see X red mark, which if you click that, the app will be deleted. That means the app will not be there on your dashboard. If you would like to have the app back, then you have to go through your app search, and then you have to pin it to your dashboard, and then pin it back to the dashboard. Then you have a place where you can change your picture, or the picture of the or the icon of the dashboard or the app, whichever app you would like to, and then you can surf from the standard pictures available in Aiway, or you can go into your database or in your desktop or laptop. You can browse and you can create your own picture, and then you can upload, and then you can have it more personalized settings. And then the description, you can always change it. Let's say instead of calling it as wall, you can always say some kind of comments or post, or whatever you would like to call. And this is the basic navigation of the system, and then we will talk about each individual apps or application at a later time. And then I would like to say the amount of applications, whatever we are talking now, it's not even 5 or 7% of the overall Aiway system, which we are going to introduce sooner. So this has got various functionalities and stuff. So at present we are enabling only few, so that the people will get accustomed to the current architecture and the way the system is going to look. And this is the way the system is going to grow. Now you've gone through the entire basic navigation, sign up and other details of Aiway. you should be more comfortable, and then you should appreciate how simple it is, and then how robust in terms of the system wise, and what are the various opportunities it is there. And then the main thing is, the more people on board, the system will be a great success. And then thank you for listening to the entire video and the entire presentation. I would appreciate if you join by signing up Aiway, and then also please invite your friends and others, whoever you would like to, and then get them on board, and then let's make it Aiway our way. Thank you.